I think about
glass kind of things.
cicada. The scary part for me, it's when they start to fall from the trees. Yeah, you see this thing, bakatsu, like, it makes sound.
That never happened to me.
To me, it happened like a couple of times. Very horrific experience.
They like you, I guess.
Let's go on an adventure together. See the beauty of Japan and all the places we have planned. In the faces that you never knew were waiting for you. Late night to sunrise, we'll stay by your side and make your memories everlasting.
And hello everybody to another episode of GT and Friends. Today with Anna, Davide and myself, Luca, we are going to cover another very interesting topic which hopefully is going to be helpful for everybody. Before we get into that, just a reminder to everybody to please comment, subscribe so you stay tuned and you can see our daily release. Because we have episodes weekly.
Not daily.
I wish it would be daily, right?
That'd be good though.
Yeah. So weekly episodes, they all talk about different topics of Japan. Again, our goal is to share everything in Japan with the world, with you guys. Please also let us know in the comments all the time that you have something you want us to tell us.
Cover.
Or we do have as well a lot of different questions over this episode, and we're more than happy to let us know what your thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Comment. I'm always the first in line to get back to everybody in the comments. That I like to.
Yeah, that's true. You're always leaving a comment first.
Right, yeah. Anyway, today's topic is about the 4 seasons of Japan.
Yeah.
Woo! So we'll focus mostly about what makes this season special.
Yeah.
And what is kind of the best of every season.
Yeah.
And also related this to travel.
Yeah.
So when
Especially.
in each time of the year, where is better to go? You know, Japan is a country that extends from north to south extensively. So they have very cold regions in the north. They have very hot regions in the south.
Yeah.
True.
So it really pleases any sort of traveler palate in the sense, if you like the snow, we have plenty of destinations.
Yeah.
If you like the beach, we have plenty of destinations, and so on.
Yeah.
So, the 4 seasons, where do we start? Which one do we want to start with first? What do you think?
Guess we can start with autumn.
Yeah,
It's,
right now.
that's the
we are
current
in-
season, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful season.
And it happens to be my favorite one.
I must say, I'm also a big fan.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, I love the transition from summer to fall because of the temperature.
Yeah, I love the drop. I hate when it starts to go up.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about summer season later, but the transition is just a bliss.
Yes, absolutely.
True.
So
And
Once you
sometimes I do miss it though.
summer,
Oh, yeah.
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 When
not
it
the
gets-
heat. Not the heat though, right?
You are one of those that are like,
I'm
when
one of
it's
those
when it's
that-
summer.
Oh, you missed the heat?
I really I can't wait that winter comes. I wanna go and eat warm soup and then when it's winter, I can't wait to go to the beach and eat kakigori.
That's exactly what I
No, that's okay.
That's
yeah.
me, yeah.
No, summer is, there's beautiful things as well.
But
But so fall, right?
fall.
Yeah.
all
I
the
mean, I hope that we are able to agree that there is good in every season.
Yeah,
Oh,
of
absolutely.
course.
Some down in every
Absolutely.
season, so we don't crown one to be the best above everybody else.
Yeah.
But of course, we do have some recommendations on when to
Oh,
maybe
definitely.
come and when maybe avoid
Yeah.
because of some extra seasons that we
yeah.
have. We're
Yeah.
If you
gonna
don't like
mention
certain
later.
things, if you don't like certain things, we're gonna tell you about that.
Because some things are not
Like, avoid
obvious
it.
as well, like the infamous rainy season, Tsuyu.
Yeah. So
Sure.
The average person imagine, okay, there's 4 season, I got there in the summer, but the first part of summer in the northern hemisphere in Japan is the rainy season,
Sure.
which is not summer, it's something between
Spring and summer.
no, summer and something
Yeah.
ugly
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah,
there is
yeah.
no sun and it
Something
rains.
ugly.
Yeah. So we're
True.
actually we'll cover summer last, I believe. We're
Yeah,
gonna
if
we're
we
gonna
start with
follow
fall,
the
we do
natural
the-
order of things. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do autumn and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
So yeah, so
Autumn?
for autumn, I
Autumn.
divided it into kind of different categories, right? Food, because depending on the season, there are also in Japan you can find different things.
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
So food, the kind of some major events that you will find here in Japan, and just general highlights of the season, right?
Okay.
I know why I'm waving this, but
And what's
So food.
called in Japanese? What's
Aki.
called aki?
oh, aki, okay, right.
Aki.
Yeah,
Which
aki
has the kanji of fire, isn't it?
as well.
Yeah.
Just with the kind
Like
of
On the
Aki
right
and
side
stuff.
is the fire kanji.
Yeah, because
put it there.
Why is it? Because
the colors.
The colors.
I thought it's the colors. Maybe it's not.
Oh, that makes sense because actually,
maybe.
one of the best things about fall is the colors. of
Yeah,
the
I think
season.
that's the first thing I think about when I think about fall in Japan.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Some prefer it, I feel like me, to spring, for example, cherry blossom season. You know, the pink colors of cherry blossom season, but the very kind of fiery red of the fall
Red,
season.
orange, and yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And again, like throughout fall, depending on where you go, you will find the peak of the foliage at different times.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So, for example, I'm just gonna mention a couple of the main destinations that people go to,
Okay.
like Nikko and Shirakawa-go, the mountain village in Kanazawa.
Yep.
Close to Kanazawa. So the peak foliage for that is usually around middle of October in both of these places. But if you go to any other place, then it starts being more towards like the later part of November / early December. Like if you come here in Tokyo, right? Have you been to the Rikugien Garden?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's and I think
In
that
Tokyo.
the actual peak of that is early December.
Yeah, late November, early
Yeah,
December.
because I remember
it's
one
warmer
time.
here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the same for Kyoto as well, right? All of those beautiful Japanese gardens in Tokyo, they peak at like late November. Early
So you should
December.
go from north to south if you're visiting in autumn.
Right.
Yes. And now little spoiler
Right.
alert, but for spring you reverse that.
Yes.
Oh, right,
From
right,
Go
south
from
to
south to the top.
right. So yeah, number one reason for me is actually the colors.
And what's the most iconic that you think about? What's the most iconic tree that turns the best color?
Oh.
You're talking about destination?
No.
Oh, the
fall.
maple
The
trees.
tree.
Yeah.
Maple
Yeah.
trees. Right.
Oh, ginkgo trees.
Ginkgo.
Yeah.
Tree.
as well.
Yeah. Turns
The
yellow.
one thing I don't like about the ginkgo is the smell.
Smell?
Oh, it smells bad, huh?
But it's beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. And then of course, all the food that comes with it, the yakiimo, right?
Well, yeah, of course.
okay.
But in Japan, autumn is called shokuyoku no aki, which means like people get hungry. They want to try like different autumn foods.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of autumn-related foods, I guess.
yeah,
Makes
yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
And I mean, certain foods you can also find at other times of the year, but they taste best, right?
Yeah.
In fall.
They're in season, so
Yeah. Like
Like-
yakiimo, which is Japanese sweet potato, right?
yeah.
yakimo.
Then there's sanma as well.
Sanma,
apparently.
yes.
Yes, which is knife fish, autumn knife fish.
Yeah, you
Cool
should
name
have
as
it
well.
in autumn.
Samurai
best.
fish. And one of the best ways to eat it is grilled with some soy sauce on it. Really simple, really
With
Effective.
grated radish for
Yes.
me.
yeah.
Nice.
you-
Yeah. I like that.
And mushrooms, right? Matsutake,
Yes.
Okay, maybe I'll have
which I guess
swordfish.
Common in
Was
many
it swordfish? Knife fish.
knife fish,
Tonight. for
autumn
dinner.
knife fish, sanma. Tonight?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
maybe.
that's right. Yeah.
So
Right.
is Aki or fall a good season to come to Japan?
Oh, 100%.
Totally, yes.
I would say it's in the top 2,
Yeah,
along with spring.
along with spring, yes. But just keep in mind that it's peak season, right?
Yeah,
Less
a lot of
peak
people
than
visit.
spring.
Still like more expensive
More-
than other times of the year, right?
Yeah, better.
And are there any
Events.
events? in
Oh, events,
autumn?
yeah. Beautiful events, actually. So, one of the best ones takes place in Nikko, and it's called the Grand Autumn Festival.
Ooh.
And in Japanese, hold up, the Shuki Taisai.
Oh.
Yeah, so and it's it takes place throughout a couple of days in the Nikko area.
Okay.
And they have a bunch of demonstrations of Japanese traditional warrior skills, like
What?
horseback archery, galloping, bam, or the longbow, right? What is it called again? There's a name, right? The longbow
Yumiya?
sport.
Oh,
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
That's the sound.
An arrow. It'll be in the
Yeah,
video, there's an arrow.
bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow, yeah,
Yeah.
the long bow, right? The thing.
And you're riding a horse?
No. So that's
Oh.
a different thing. That's just a
there's a
normal
different-
bow and arrow. But the long bow is a huge one, right? That you see sometimes people on the train too. They carry this.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Kind of
In the
yeah.
weekend,
Tube thing.
you often see on the Saturday because it's a
Yeah.
club.
So that's during fall and October 16 and October 17 usually.
Oh,
Yes.
I want to go.
Yes, and they wrap it up with a kind of not exhibit, a demonstration, I guess, or a parade of 1,000 samurais. So there's 1,000 people dressing up in full armored body thing, the full samurai thing, right?
That's so cool to
Yeah,
see.
and they try to recreate they transport the spirit of Tokugawa Ieyasu to the shrine.
Ooh.
But I never heard of this.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, really cool. So it's very, very photogenic as well. A festival
Sounds
too.
like it.
Yeah, but they do that at other times, right? The horseback archery and things like that. They do. I think they do it in Meiji Shrine too. At Meiji Shrine, sometime in fall. Anyway,
So it's a
yeah,
autumn event, I guess.
yeah. But Nikko is one of my personal favorite
Really?
cities to visit. Like especially the Toshogun Shrine is so like spiritually powerful. You know what I mean?
So everyone should
Tokugawa Ieyasu
visit.
is there. Yes.
Actually, there is another place in Shizuoka that they claim to be the place where they buried him.
Really?
Oh.
How dare they?
Yeah, yeah. It's another Toshogun. as they
Oh.
say. Yeah. In Shizuoka. Now I don't remember the name exactly, but there used to be the castle as well, where he was for most of the time in the Shizuoka area.
I guess we'll
Shizuoka
never know.
City. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one definitely is beautiful and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. as well.
Nice,
The
nice.
Toshogu Shrine in Nikko. Nikko, but
Beautiful,
besides that,
actually.
it's beautiful
Oh, yeah.
all around.
Yeah.
It was one of the first places I went, and I think it was autumn. And I also saw a bunch of saru, wild monkeys.
Yeah.
Japanese, no, not monkey, macaque.
Oh, are they?
Japanese macaque. And they were hanging in a grave.
Oh.
And they were eating all the flowers from from the grave.
Messed up.
They are wild, you know.
Right.
But it was very interesting to see, yeah.
Yeah, Nikko's great. And if you have a chance to go there for this festival, it's quite cool.
Yeah.
And there's also a couple of other not really festivals events. There's a Tokyo Ramen show
Ah.
that's quite cool. That they have stalls from different parts of the country representing different ramen bowls, right? Different ingredients and things like that. And also the Grand Sumo Tournament.
Ooh.
Yeah, which takes place throughout the year,
Yeah.
at different times of the year, but there are 2 tournaments taking place in
Cool.
fall.
So yeah, if you like sumo, fall is also
So that's-
one of the time you can see it.
Yeah, Fukuoka.
That's every year?
Yes,
Oh,
every
okay.
year. So yeah, they every year not twice a year, 6 times a year,
No.
but twice in fall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Good,
Yeah.
Good.
yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, of course, we talked about it in the last episode. Check it out. Halloween,
Oh, yeah.
major
Yeah,
event.
but
That's
that's not
all done.
Japanese. So,
Yeah.
no,
If you happen to be in Shibuya and you want chaos, just go there.
Just go there.
Tokyo in general. So yeah, I
so
mean,
it's getting cold.
getting cold.
It's getting very cold, and Santa Claus is coming. Winter is here. Who's talking about winter?
Me.
Santa Claus is coming to
Tell
town.
us about
Yeah.
winter.
Can we put a
Is it
hat? Can we
Japan?
put a hat on top of her head?
Oh, I should
Santa
have
Claus
brought
hat?
my Santa Claus hat.
We'll put it in there somehow.
Well, what do
Okay.
you think? First thing when you think about winter?
Snow.
Okay.
Cold. Yeah, it is cold, but I
No.
think snow in Japan, like
Is
on
it
the
good?
north side, yes, amazing. Like
Yeah.
powder snow, you can go skiing, snowboarding, or even if you don't do those, you
Yeah.
can enjoy the scenery. There's
Sorry.
lunchtime
Yeah.
for Davide. There's lots of good foods, like warm foods, like
Oh yeah, the best.
nabe or den.
Ramen.
Yeah, when you talked about ramen, I was like, oh, that's like winter food,
Right.
not autumn.
The best, right? Yeah. Warms you up.
Also, sukiyaki.
Yeah, nice.
So these are all like kind of hot pots
Yeah.
with different ingredients, like vegetables and meat and things. Delicious.
Yeah. Oh goodness. Yeah.
And you can't
Coming up.
really have them in summer because, well, you can, but
you'll
you're gonna sweat.
A lot.
And you mentioned Shirakago.
Yeah.
But I think it's best
Right.
in winter because
yeah.
they have the gashozukuri, traditional housing
Oh.
that's covered in in snow. Have you ever been?
Yeah, now with the snow.
Now with the snow.
No, with the snow.
But I
It's
saw
so
photos,
beautiful.
obviously. Yeah.
So
I
beautiful.
don't know
Yeah.
how hard it will be to get there. Is it
Oh yeah.
From
with the snow, right? No, I mean with the snow.
Oh, with the
there.
snow? Well, I went in winter and I had no problem.
By bus.
You can
By
drive.
bus.
Like,
Bus,
okay.
yeah.
Because
Winter
when I
tires.
went, I
No
noticed
tires.
it's pretty up, of course, on the hills and hard to access. So I
Well-
was wondering with the snow how easy it would be.
Right.
Well, I guess if you have winter tires, the roads will be like
Messed it up.
Right.
properly maintenance, so no problem.
You're doing a surgery.
Enjoy your lunch.
I opened it up in a weird way.
And you also mentioned about monkeys. So I
yeah.
think there's places in Japan like up north, maybe Yamagata or something.
Right.
Nagano as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Nagano too, where monkeys go in onsens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So you can take a bath
Yeah, that-
with
that's
monkeys
a
if you like.
beautiful photo opportunity.
Don't
as well.
mislead people. It's not true.
It's not true.
No, you can't take a bath with monkeys.
Oh,
You cannot do
you
the
can-
bath with the monkey.
No. Prohibited.
They're
If you're
gonna
talking
attack
about
you.
the Nagano place in Shibu Onsen, it's close to Shibu Onsen. Yeah.
So you can just watch them.
Yeah, it's just a natural park. You have to pay actually to get in there, but you cannot. Like, you'll see the monkeys taking a bath there, which is absolutely awesome, right?
Oh, but you can't get in. I thought you could get
Imagine
in.
they're
No,
gonna attack you.
No, you can get in.
They are big.
not true.
They're gonna
Bro,
bite you on the
slap you
head.
around. He'll slap you
Okay.
around. But it
Wrong
is cool.
information.
It's kind of a must. It's quite awesome.
I thought I've seen photos with people inside.
Probably they got
maybe in the
arrested
wild.
after that.
No, maybe they
True.
just found a place in the middle of nowhere.
wild.
In the middle of the forest.
They dared to jump into it.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, no, like, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, and there's lots of winter festivals, snow festivals. One of my favorite one is in Niigata. I told you guys in a different episode.
Episode
It's
3.
like the
Right.
naked
Oh yeah,
festival.
yeah.
So they carry huge candles, like more than a meter big, like this wide, and then they chant, I guess,
They're heavy.
and go
right?
around. Really heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you try to pick one up?
I don't think I can.
Oh. It's like a huge.
They
one.
yeah, and then they walk in the snow, like pretty much naked and barefoot. But they're carrying these big candles, so obviously
And suffer.
they'll
Right. Oh, they warm themselves up with a candle.
yeah, like you can feel the fire,
Oh, okay.
and like the
Oh,
wax
that's-
falling on their shoulders.
I feel like
So
it would hurt. Right.
I think so, but they train
yeah.
beforehand
Right.
for like a month or so.
Don't try this at home.
So winter, I think for festivals, the first one I think of is the snow festival in Hokkaido.
Oh, yeah.
Hokkaido, yeah.
The one is also pretty worth.
You been?
No, but it's on the wish list
Oh,
for
yeah,
future.
me too.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's really they make huge sculptures of snow, isn't it? Right
Yeah.
in the
They do.
city of
Oh, yeah.
Sapporo.
Biggest in the world, is it?
Probably, I would say. Yeah. That might be
I-
wrong, but one of the biggest. Yeah.
Well, I've never seen the one in Sapporo, but in Niigata as well, when we had winter festivals, snow festivals, they make stages out like of snow, and then they'll have shows on the snow stage and like
Wow.
different sculptures. Like it changes every year, but it might be like a character from an anime one year,
Right.
and then something else like a castle another year. Like it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a piece of art. pretty
Yeah,
much.
it is. It is. And
Which is gonna melt, unfortunately.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
sad. But it's so cool.
yeah, no, and apparently the largest ever sculpture was a 25-meter high Gulliver Welcome to Sapporo in 1972,
Oh.
which was created with the equivalent of 1,300 5-ton truckloads of snow.
Wow.
So yeah, this would be one of the highlights for winter travel in Japan. The south doesn't get any snow, isn't it?
February, by the way.
No, not really. No.
So if you don't like snow, like me, go to the south.
Go to the south.
Snow hater.
And also, what I love
sorry.
is, do you know snow monsters?
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
I love
worth
snow
seeing as
monsters.
well.
Absolutely, yeah. Right.
I went to Aomori, and there were so many snow monsters. They were so cool. Like I never. Yes. Here's a photo.
They're cool, though.
Yes, so many. And-
I knew about the one in Yamagata.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Zao.
Zao,
Zao.
Mountain Zao, yeah. Zao Mountain.
Yeah, the one in Aomori is on Hakoda Mountain. There's heaps, like far away and also close up.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy snowshoe hiking
Ah,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
around
Yes.
the area and see other mountains with lots of snow monsters.
Nice.
It's a beautiful view. You should try.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, for winter, the best to see it's in from Tokyo up, I would say.
Yeah.
Right.
Kyoto does get some snow, but it's few days only
Yeah.
a year.
Even Tokyo.
You need to be lucky. Yeah, Tokyo like didn't got any snow last year or something. No, I mean, last year did. But
Maybe
one
it's-
time, but
yeah,
like,
once or
it's
it
like one
melted
day.
immediately.
You really need to be at the right place at the right time.
True.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't count on that. But for the north, you can easily plan if you want to see the snow. You want to do the winter sports. That they have plenty of snow for months. I think Niigata is the place with the heaviest snowfall in Japan.
Oh, is it? Wow.
1 year there was 3 meters of snow.
And it lasts until March, isn't it?
March or even April.
Yeah, imagine.
But Aomori and Hokkaido too, I think. Even in May, you can see snow, like on the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Right.
still there.
It will make me want to eat sukiyaki. You know what I mean?
So now we are in April. It's getting warmer.
Yeah, warmer.
What's
The
after
snow is
winter?
melting finally, hallelujah! And we
You
have
really don't like snow.
I have to admit, the first time I've seen snow is probably a few years ago.
Really?
Oh,
When I was
really?
in Tokyo and it snowed.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? In your life?
And I never skied and I never snowboard. And,
That's crazy.
Well, you need to try it.
But if I will try, I'm gonna break my leg for sure.
Small
If you're
steps.
saying that, yes, of course
Baby
you will.
steps.
But
We'll see, we'll see.
But yeah,
I
spring,
love
huh?
it when the snow starts melting and then you can start seeing like the flowers and
yes,
like different
yes.
things.
Coming alive, yeah.
That I like.
That's
Mhm.
beautiful.
So the nature does its turn and the life comes in spring, and
Yeah.
this you can really feel in Japan because there are so many flowers. Of course, there's a cherry blossom, but besides the cherry blossom, they have a lot of festivals that celebrate the coming of the bountiful season, which
Right.
is gonna bring a lot of food.
Right.
Most of the festivals in Japan, now that I think about it, they are related to the traditions of Japan and to how life was before, because people before in the winter didn't really have much to do, they just
Right.
stay at home and not really go out. But with the spring was the time they come back really to enjoying the outdoors and to have more food available.
Yeah.
So spring is really a celebration feeling in Japan, and the best festivals are related to the cherry blossom blooming.
Definitely.
And this will happen in a so-called pink wave. We were talking earlier about it, that in the fall,
The fall,
in the
the other
north,
way.
they get earlier the red and yellow colors. In the spring, you get in the south. And Tokyo also is quite early. Normally the metropolis are warmer of few degrees. So in Tokyo, normally it's earlier even than Kyoto. And every year, if you want to know exactly when, you need to wait for around February or January when the official forecast
The
is
calendar.
released by the Japan Meteorological Agency.
Yep.
You can find it earlier as well, but it's not that accurate because
No.
it's based on the winter. How cold is the winter? If the winter is not so cold, it will be earlier, like late March. If it's a cold winter, it's gonna be a bit later.
But I feel like it's always the same though, right?
In the last years, it's been
kind of-
always end of March.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a way to calculate it, I heard.
Oh, please tell them.
I can't really remember exactly, but you have to add up the temperature, and then when it reaches 100 and something or like some high number, that's when it's like warm enough to start blooming.
Oh, wow.
I see. Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
I'll have a look.
Because nature is very accurate,
Fact-check it.
and if the temperature is reached, they start the process of creating
Yeah.
the blooming and everything. And
Yeah.
the whole blooming itself, it's not that long. It lasts like 2 weeks, and the full bloom it's like even
Yeah.
1 week, depending on the weather conditions. If it rains a lot, they're gonna unfortunately get ruined faster, the flowers. But just so you know, there are over 300 varieties of cherry blossom trees.
Right.
The most popular is the Somei Yoshino, which is the one you see probably most of the time with the kind of pinkish white flower.
Right.
But they have all other varieties which have different flowers, which can be yellow, purple, white, pink, purple, and so on. And the flowers as well have different shapes. So there is the one
sure.
that is 20 petals, very fluffy. There is the one that is smaller, bigger, and all of these all bloom in different time in the spring. So some will be later, some will be earlier.
Yeah.
And then there is another one which blooms at the end of February, that is the ume. And this one also has pink flowers. But be careful, it's not a cherry blossom, because I do see I've seen in the past so many people like, oh, we've seen cherry blossom, and like they didn't bloom yet. But what did you see? And they show me the picture, and it's the other one, which is very
They're
similar.
Smaller trees, right?
Smaller flower, bit darker color, smaller tree, yeah, but it can trick if you're not very accustomed to both.
True.
I feel like we can show them a video of what actually
Yeah,
the
yeah,
real
look.
the peak cherry blossom tree looks like.
Ah, yes, I do
Right?
have some. Yeah. Have a look.
There.
So I found it.
All right.
You
So
fact
in-
checked it.
Yep. In Tokyo, after February 1st, you add up the maximum temperature, the number. You keep adding, and then when it reaches 600 degrees, that's when it starts blooming.
Celsius?
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, Celsius.
600.
600. But you add the maximum temperature of
Every
each
day.
day. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's
So you can
nice.
guess.
I like.
Like,
I
oh,
like to do that.
20 degrees more to go, or
Oh,
whatever.
Oh, wow. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So you can calculate it yourself.
And when that happens, be sure to be in Japan.
Yeah.
And then when it's fully blooming, what you can do, and what most Japanese have been doing for centuries, is the hanami,
Right.
love
which is the
hanami.
flower appreciation.
Right.
And basically, you get some picnic gear. You gather your friends, family. If you're alone, that's fine. You can do it as well. And you go to a park which has a lot of cherry blossom. You create a picnic
Yeah.
set up, and then you just enjoy food and drinks with your friends under the cherry blossom
Under-
with the
Which
petals
is
falling down.
actually the video that we just showed.
Ah, nice. Yeah. And that is something that is done either among friends, family, but also companies do it.
Yeah, that's
we
true.
all
Right, right, right.
We do it every
Bond.
year as well.
Yeah.
And it's a very good event that brings people together. I would say it's maybe the most representative spring event or celebration
totally.
to do.
Yeah.
even if it's not something that is like official, it doesn't have like a specific day you need to do it. You just do it when you feel like, and the cherry blossom are there.
Yeah.
And that's the hanami. What do you eat normally in the spring? I'm thinking of the hanami. You can bring the sweets, which can be the sakura mochi, which is the rice cake filled with anko, which is sweet bean paste, with the flour on it, and it's pink as well. And it's kind of a sakura flavor, which is the cherry blossom flavor. If you wonder what's the flavor of a cherry blossom,
Try.
Yeah.
it's like cherry and flowers. I don't know. Like when
It's not as like sweet
not as
and
strong.
sour as cherry.
No,
Right?
No.
It's
very
more
delicate flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes well with like
Sake.
that's true too. Or green tea.
Yes, definitely.
Like
yes.
matcha.
Yes, I like with that. And then along with this, in Japan, they have like basically every single food or drink item, they have the spring version. Like they have
Oh, true.
any sort of tea, they start to put the spring cherry blossom on it. And food as well, like you will find this eatable cherry flowers as well. Like you can eat. They don't taste much, but it's still kind of symbolic of spring.
Limited edition.
Now, best places to see in the spring. Thinking from north to south, I would say definitely Hakodate, which is the city in Hokkaido. It has the Fort Goryokaku, which is 5-star shaped fort, and it has cherry blossom all around. If you go up on the tower, you look down, you see this pink sort of star, very beautiful. Aomori, that is the Aomori has the Hirosaki-jo Spring Festival, amazing.
Nice.
It's this castle not too far from the city of Aomori, in the city of Hirosaki. And it has this beautiful castle park with hundreds of cherry blossom. Going down, I would say Kakunodate is beautiful. It's a samurai town which has preserved samurai houses, and it has this weeping cherry blossom. This is one of the many types I was mentioning earlier. This is the one that goes down, weeping cherry blossom trees. In Tokyo, you have many spots. First, my favorite is the Nakameguro River, which has hundreds of cherry blossom on both sides. And then you see this river. They have the festival at night with all the colors, a lot of bars and cafe where you can get nice drinks and experience this kind of festive atmosphere. There is Ueno Park, which has beautiful park with a lot of trees. You can go for the little boat ride under the cherry blossom. These are the most iconic for Tokyo. Of course, there's a bunch which
I like Chidorigafuchi.
Oh yeah.
Near the Imperial Palace.
Yes. That's one.
Yeah, you can get on the boat.
We went by
too.
bike there 2 years ago. Yeah.
Also, the Hirosaki Castle has around 2,600 cherry blossoms.
Imagine, like it's.
I thought so, but I just fact checked. So
In my experience, it's definitely the best place I've been during the spring. Maybe I was lucky because I got there in the full peak.
oh, that's so lucky.
Yeah, but it was very special and not too busy because it's not kind of the main destinations for Japan. So definitely something I recommend. For Tokyo, pretty much every place is beautiful. With the spring colors. Then in the south, there is also a bunch of different places. Hiroshima has some beautiful cherry trees around, and also the city of Hakata in Kyushu. They have the park that is also pretty famous. But I would say that almost every area in Japan has a beautiful park or location where you can appreciate the cherry blossom.
Yeah, just in the neighborhood as well. Like,
yes.
Loner
non-famous. Yeah.
just there by
Beautiful.
themselves.
Yeah.
It's quite.
So just go from south to north. If you miss some on the south, just go to Hirosaki or Hakodate, right?
That's something else maybe I would suggest. If you plan 1 year before and by any chance you are not likely to get the exact blooming, keep your itinerary flexible, and you can kind of change and go where the blooming is happening
that's
at that
true,
time.
yeah.
Because basically the span it's around 2 months from, if you consider all of Japan, where you have somewhere in full blooming.
Yeah.
So that's probably a good way to definitely be sure to see the full blooming cherry blossom and not to
Totally.
miss them.
Yeah, keep it flexible.
because
Have a
of
JR
time.
pass, right?
Yeah, JR Pass
Ask
is very
us,
good.
right?
Yeah, let
Japan
us
Travel,
know
japantravel.com.
for all the
But,
details about travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing that I like about
No.
spring?
Sorry.
Like mountain vegetables. Like
Oh, right.
vegetables that come out like next to the rivers.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like as soon as the snow starts melting, you can see like green leaves and like
Right.
Yes.
they call like fukinoto. I'm not sure in English. Delicious.
Yeah.
So I used to go around my neighborhood
pick
collecting
them?
them, and then I take them
cute.
back to my mom. Like, oh, please
Okay.
make some.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
The best.
That's only in.
Fresh?
Yeah,
How
very
would
fresh.
she like fry them or how would she cook
Yeah, you
it?
can have it as a like tempura,
Right.
or you can mix it with miso
Nice.
and have it with rice.
Nice.
Also, I forgot to mention, but in fall, you can get like bamboo shoots,
Yeah.
or oh, you mentioned mushrooms, right?
Right.
You can go picking.
That's
I love
okay.
that about Japan.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I would say let's move to the next, which
yeah.
is
It's
summer.
after spring.
Summer.
And as there is only, one season left and it's 3 of us, let's do it together.
Together.
Let's. Summer
Who loves
is.
summer?
You do.
I like
No,
it,
we do too.
but I wish it
But?
was cooler. It's just too hot. at
So the humidity is just.
So it's over 30 degrees, nearly 40.
in
right?
most of Japan.
Nearly
if you go
40.
to the north, you get cooler temperatures.
Yes.
Yeah.
But most of Japan, it becomes quite hot. And as I was saying earlier, in the beginning of the summer, sort of, you have the rainy season of Japan.
Yes.
That is probably the less desirable time to be in Japan.
But
Definitely.
they have beautiful hydrangeas.
Oh, that's true. Like
That's-
Kamakura, right?
The silver lining
Kamakura,
of,
yeah.
the,
other
of
places
the
too.
rain, I
Sure.
would say. Because it rains a lot,
that's about
the
it.
colors become very vibrant, the greens of the summer.
Green.
I would say also the rice fields become beautiful.
Right.
They have the rice
Yes.
field art. I think we can put up a picture about those. Like
In Aomori?
yeah, like in the north of Japan, they have
Yes.
this beautiful art from those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I've never seen it in person, but the photos, they look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
amazing.
Yeah, those rice fields photos are awesome
Yeah.
with the reflections and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Besides
And
that,
summer?
summer is quite fun.
Lots of festivals,
What's the
fireworks.
first thing you think about?
Summer?
Ah,
Say it.
I love going
it
to
is
the
really-
river.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go to the river.
Yeah.
That's something I've
I'm
been
doing barbecue.
planning. I've never
Oh,
done,
nice.
but I think it's very good.
You should. Have a barbecue, swim in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have watermelons. So in Japan, we
right.
put the watermelon in the river so it gets cold.
Oh, and the
And
couple
then
beers.
yeah, of course, like beards and other things that needs to stay cold, you can just
Yeah.
put it in the river because the water comes from the melting snow
Yeah.
from the winter, so it's still cold. And then when it's time to eat it, you take it out from the river, and then you have to cover your eyes up. You spin. Oh, you have a stick in your hand. You spin around and then try to
Really?
smash the watermelon.
Oh wow.
That's a game we play in.
So you
summer.
do like is a piñata?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that,
Do you have
but with a
Do you
watermelon.
have a video of this?
I wish.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe next year.
I didn't know that.
It's really cool.
You should
yeah.
try it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like when I think about summer, I actually think about pudding, semi, and kakigori.
What was the first one?
Pudding?
Fooding.
Pudding.
What's the fooding?
The what do you?
Wind
bells?
charm bells.
Wind charm bells.
Ah, okay. I think about
Glass
the
kind of things.
cicada that are
Yeah.
Oh,
noisy
yeah.
as
Semi.
hell.
Even though when it's too hot, they actually disappear. They're like, nope. Right? Yeah.
I
Like
thought
when it's
the
really,
hotter
really
it
hot.
is, the louder they sing.
But they only live like a month or so.
That's sad.
But they actually
But they're
they are
beautiful.
technically alive when they are under the earth, and then they come
true,
out,
true.
they transform and then they die. So
And they're
It's like
huge.
a butterfly.
And it's huge, right? You see them on
Yeah.
the trees.
Not that big.
Well, no, but like this.
Now they're like this
Yeah,
with the wings. The body itself is like this probably.
something like that. But they're thick, right?
The scary part for me is when they're starting to become a bit weak. And they start to fall from the trees, and then
Oh, right,
they're
right,
still
right.
alive. And maybe you're
Look out.
walking and you see this thing coming. It's
Attack
like a
you.
bomb.
It's trying to attack you.
No, like semi, which is the name in Japanese, like
Semi.
bomb.
Semi bomb.
Bakatsu, like it makes sound.
That never happened to me. But
To
No.
me, it happened like a couple of times. And
really,
very horrific experience.
they like you, I guess.
Horrific.
No, because I always walk in the forest in the summer. I like because
Oh, okay.
it's
Right.
cooling, and near my house I have few parks.
They just drop out
And
of.
a couple of times it
Of the
happens.
trees.
Yeah, need to watch out for these
Because,
dropping
yeah.
cicadas.
Yeah. I guess fireworks too.
Oh,
Right?
fireworks are amazing
Big
in
thing,
Japan.
big
Oh my
thing,
god,
right?
that's so beautiful.
I haven't seen one yet, but
But they become so popular that you have to buy like seats.
Yeah, true.
Like the one in Meiji Jingu, it's like
Buy seats.
4,000 to 9,000 yen per
Yeah.
seat.
what?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
especially in the big cities, you know, there's so many people that want to attend.
But you'll get a
need to
good
pay
seat
for it.
with like
Where
Yeah.
do they have? Where does this take place? where the
the fireworks.
Yeah, where in Mijingu? The seats. Where are the seats?
Like
Is it the park in like inside? You have to walk inside, keep walking, and then.
Yeah, probably yeah.
Okay, they have.
But I am not sure.
Okay, maybe it's probably the only place you can look for that. But wow, that's cool. But yeah,
If you're
fire-
like somewhere far higher up, you can
Yeah.
see them too,
yeah,
and you won't have to pay for seats. But if you want really good views,
right, the best view
Yeah.
possible. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they start selling them the tickets from months before, and they sell out
Wow.
pretty quickly. So you have
Wow.
to be quick.
Next
Wow.
year, I guess I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
Running from thing.
And we haven't mentioned about the summer festival, which is so,
I love summer festival.
It's
big.
probably the best festivals of Japan, right?
Yeah,
Like they have these dancing ones, like the
Bondori.
Yosakoi,
Yeah.
Yosakoi.
Kochi. There is the parade one, like Nebuta
Yes.
in Aomori.
And we do omikoshi, the
Yeah.
portable shrine.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Like everyone carries.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Even
one is
kids,
nice.
like yeah,
Right,
carrying it around.
Check out episode 3 if you don't know what we're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, we
But,
have a whole episode about these festivals.
Matsuri.
Matsuri.
Yeah, but summer's, pros and cons, right?
What's the food? We didn't mention. I mean,
Summer
we mentioned
food, kakigori.
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 yeah?
It's
Shaved.
shaved ice.
But not the shaved as you imagine. Like not, it's like creamy, nice
Yes,
consistency.
very
Yeah.
nice. You should try
Very
it.
nice one.
Definitely. What else?
Summer has...
No, there is a salmon as well.
Salmon.
Somen.
Yeah.
Nagasi
And the salmon machine,
Yes.
you put it on the,
Right.
like there is a waterfall coming.
Yeah.
And you put these noodles and then they come in your. That's for the kids mostly.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
Yeah.
You cut a bamboo in half,
Mm.
and then you put it like on
With
a
a
slope.
sword, with a samurai sword.
Yeah.
If you like, yeah.
And then you put it on a slope, and then you put water, right? So it's running.
Oh.
And then my grandpa was at the top putting somen, and then I was at the bottom catching the somen.
Yeah.
Pour in the water.
That's fun.
Your grandpa?
Oh
Water
no,
and
it was
salt?
like from a hose.
Oh, okay. That sounds
It's a fun activity inside.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for people traveling in this season, we haven't mentioned like what's the best places, but I would say it's related to the beach and
Summer?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okinawa.
But you have to be careful because there's typhoon season from July
Coming
to
up, yeah.
October.
maybe September, no?
Yeah, end of September.
Beginning of October.
Yeah. Ish, something like
So be careful.
So don't go to Okinawa because you need to
Okay,
get a
don't
flight.
go to
Go to continental Japan and go to a nice beach like Shirahama,
that. Kirama Beach is nice.
which is not too far from Tokyo. And then where's the best places? I would say Shikoku is nice area. Shikoku is the smallest island of the 4 main islands of Japan, and it has some beautiful coastal areas like in Kochi, or as well Matsuyama. That's pretty good.
I've never
Kyushu as
been,
well.
actually.
Like if you go, actually one of the best places I've been, it's the islands outside.
Yeah, that island that you went to.
Yeah, it's like you are in the.
What was the name of
Polynesia
that
side,
island again?
Ikijima.
Ikijima.
Iki Island, and it's south of Fukuoka City, Hakata, and just you take a ferry and it's like you're in a paradise.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of these small islands which are very nice in Japan, and also coastal areas besides Okinawa that are pretty worth a shot. Also Okayama is a nice one. Wakayama. Wakayama is Okayama I'm sure also has it. But Wakayama is the popular one, which is beautiful.
Very
So,
hot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. But if you want to stay cool,
Oh
go to
yeah.
Hokkaido.
And
It's
also,
around
in
20
winter.
degrees. No, in summer, I mean. Like when it's
Yeah, yeah.
hot, really hot
Hokkaido's
in Tokyo, go to Hokkaido.
And it's also
like
beautiful,
17
right?
degrees
Because
or
there's so
something.
many flower fields in Hokkaido
Yeah.
in summer.
yeah, absolutely.
It's cool and it's, beautiful.
You can see
nature
wild
wise.
animals.
But if you want to
Wild
see the
animals.
rest of Japan, you have some techniques the Japanese developed to say cool, and it would
Which
be
is?
the portable fans.
Oh,
Yes.
Like you also have the one that you put at your
Yeah,
neck,
like
and
a
it's the air
necklace
coming
kind
in
of.
your face, and then we have hundreds of thousands of vending machines for cold drinks that you can use
True.
and find everywhere in Japan. And also you can do not feel ashamed to use umbrella to cover yourself against the sun.
That's
Actually,
true.
a wise decision.
Yeah.
There's something I felt very odd, but as the years go by, I'm getting more and more accepting into using
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I was thinking about buying one.
Yeah, I
Like
got one
umbrella. Yeah.
in my house that I've been using. I call summer.
Oh, yeah?
Like,
Oh.
yeah. Like black. They have the one just. It's not for the rain. It's for the sun. Like UV
yeah.
protection, black one,
Yeah.
and it really give you that reduction of temperature that it
Oh,
makes
wow.
more bearable.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Wow.
So yeah,
Nice.
and this is something that before I moved to Japan, I would have been like, scoffing about that.
Yeah,
Why would I use an umbrella in the summer?
yeah, I say like, oh, it's not raining, guys.
Yeah, me too. Exactly.
That's-
But I have been having a change of
That's,
opinion.
That's
yeah,
good,
before
that's
you
good.
experience the heat.
I mean, but if you don't have an umbrella, just go inside one of the department stores or supermarket
Oh,
or wherever.
they're
It's
gonna
gonna be
be
super
some
cool.
AC.
So
Yeah.
The AC in
Even
Japan
cold,
is
actually.
something, huh?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
really pumping it out strong.
yeah,
That's
even
awesome,
on
yeah.
trains.
On trains,
right?
yeah, it can get cold, yeah. Just nice.
I love it actually.
Wonderful. I think we gave them a lot of tips.
Yeah, I
For
think
each
so.
season.
So,
Which season do
to
you
sum it
like?
up, let us know what's the best season for you to
Comment.
visit Japan. I mean, in my opinion, every season has something in store for your
Definitely.
experience in Japan. So it really depends on when you are able to come and what's your personal preference. But
Just
every
try
season
all of
has
them.
something. They're
Yeah.
all very well,
Right?
Live
Yeah.
here for a year.
They're all very well represented with festivals, food, things to see, and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we
perfect.
can wrap it up as usual
All right. So
with.
the haiku.
Yeah.
So let's get into the haiku for today, which is the one from our favorite
Our dear friend.
favorite
Dear
Matsuo
friend.
Basho from the 17th century.
Yep.
Do you want to start with Japanese or I start
man.
in English?
Japanese.
Hi, dozo.
Okay. Do do do. Do we have a music?
Music.
Playing.
秋の夜打ち崩したる話かな
Okay, so an English version would be in the autumn night, breaking into a pleasant chat.
Like we just had.
Yeah, it's a nice chat. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you, everybody, for
Thank
tuning in today. I hope you got to hear some new things that you can try when in Japan in specific season. I hope
Yeah.
maybe some of your travel doubts got solved. Maybe you were wondering, you click on this video thinking, I'm planning to go to Japan next year. When is the best time? Let's hear what these guys have to say, and I hope you have some of the answers.
we are.
If you don't and you have more questions related to the Four Seasons, let us know in the comments below. As always, thank you everybody. And also a reminder to subscribe so you get all the weekly releases.
Share.
And yeah, share with your friends, family.
The world.
So they can all get to hear about all this interesting information about Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Anna, Davide, and Luca, it's everything. Thank you again. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Thank you. ありがとうございました。
Thank you. ありがとうございました。
Ciao.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.
またねー。
We'll never ever end our adventure.